Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of the Valheim gameplay series. In the last episode, we built our first lakeside house, tiny house, which I'm sitting in right now. And in this episode, the plan is to relocate. So if I open my map, as you can see, I have walked all the way around the main island, scouring for beehives and everything I can possibly find, getting lots of meat, upgrading my basic wooden weapons that I have. But after walking around for a while, you may notice something right over here. The Chisel's Lake House. Yes, I'm going to spend a lot of time doing a really awesome lake house build right over here. Little community. It's in the meadows on the edge of the Black Forest. I saw some Black Forest in the distance over here. So you know what? Today we venture into the Black Forest for the first time, I think. And then maybe in the next episode we will be taking out the Eikthyr boss. So Glorfindel will probably be joining us later in today's video. In the meantime, I am back at my little seaside cabin right here, the very first house that I built. And as you can see, I have loaded up my inventory with everything that I own, all of my meat, and yeah, not much to own right now this early in the game, but I'm going to be making the big adventure all the way down to the other side of the map with everything that I own, put it into some chests, and begin adventuring and upgrading my character and begin the process of working on a beautiful little lake house. And you'll see this location shortly. It is so gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. So that is the agenda for today. Be sure to subscribe if you'd like to follow this journey of building a survival world from scratch to inspire you with amazing builds and, of course, beautiful adventure. So sit back, enjoy the adventure. I can bring honey with me, at least a few honey. We have enough slots to gather the rest of the honey here. And then I'll make probably 2 trips back. I'm actually going to go back with what I have right now, because that's as much as I can carry. You can see I'm 276 out of 300 weight, and I don't really have any more inventory slot room. So I'm going to go back with what I have, and then I'll come back and get the beehives, as well as the tanning rack, workbench. Well, maybe I'll leave the workbench here, but the tanning rack and the chopping block to bring it over to where I'm going to build the lake house. And then I'm just going to leave this little cabin right here, just as is, for any other wandering traveler who might like a little place to stay. So that is the plan for right now. Let's eat up and begin the adventure all the way down to Chisel's Lake House. And we could pass Glorfindel's house on the way. Show you what he's been working on, and again, he'll be on very shortly. And you guys, now that we do have the shield, I've been practicing some blocks. Look at that. I'm getting really, really good at staggering the Greylands. I've never taken on a Grey Dwarf yet, so I'm not exactly sure how hard those things are gonna hit with my character the level way it is right now. I still just have level 1 deer hide armor, but my block is already level 10 from just blocking little Grey Dwarves and practicing staggering them with the axe. So getting a bit more comfortable at fighting now. You can obviously see the improvement from just whacking them all the time and getting hit. So we still haven't even got hit once today. Haven't died once in this whole world yet, so that's awesome. I hope I can keep it that way for as long as possible, because every time I die, I lose a little bit of the skills that I have been slowly building up. You can see all the different skills in different areas of practice for Valheim. So, without further ado, let's make the adventure. And here we are at Glorfindel's house. And holy cow. Wow, he's made some progress. It looks like he did find a little bit of core wood in one of the chests. In one of those little rundown houses in the meadows, but I think he is definitely waiting for some more core wood from the Black Forest to be able to do this. Wow. I love the little rustic style of this. This is This is quite awesome. This is quite awesome. Looks like we have his little doorway, little fire. I love it. I love it. Little windy staircases, and this is probably some perfect places for a bedroom and a crafting room, I would guess, is what's gonna someday go up here. I love the little chimney design right above the fire there. Overlook to the first floor here. Nice little starter house. Nice little starter house. Alright. We shall continue on the rest of our journey. And as you can see, Glorfindel also has a few beehives. So that's cool. That's cool that he got some. I wanted to make sure that he got plenty, because I think I have enough queen bees now to make 4 in total. So at least he has 3. I just want to make sure that he's got some. Because, yeah, bees are limited on the main island. That is for sure. And it looks like we have an angry boar. Well, we can take him out in one shot now, because we have a level 3 flint axe. Boar meat, and the leather scraps. I do need those, but I don't have room in my inventory. I'll come back for them. It'll be all good. So here's some of those little rundown villages that I was talking about before. Inside of these are where you can sometimes find the beehives, and you'll shoot the beehive with a bow and arrow, or take it out with an axe and get poisoned by the bees if you wish. And that's where you get the queen bee to create your own beehive and essentially raise some bees. So that's how I got the bees. We are almost there. That actually wasn't as bad as I thought. Alright, so check this out. We've got some nice little swampy marshes right here. And we hop over and look at this beautiful location. Look at this beautiful location. Looks like we gotta take out this little slimy guy. But wow, this is awesome. It grows on me every time I come over here. I have a little workbench. Well, yes, there it is. It's right over here. Place a little workbench right over here, and a couple of chests, just to kind of establish where I was gonna build. But I'm thinking of doing like a nice official, much larger lake house, and it's near the Black Forest, so when I get all the good resources from there, I'm not too far away with my other location, because my other location is quite far away from any Black Forest. So Glorfindel's actually in a fairly decent spot right here, because he can just keep going this way and there's more Black Forest and stuff, but I would have to travel all the way over here or all the way down here just to get to Black Forest, which is crazy long. So we're doing a nice little lake house here. This is the lake, and I'll probably make a little raft to go out on the lake and enjoy some summer evenings near the forest. And it's technically still in the Meadows biome. We have not officially gone into the Black Forest yet, so I'm very excited to do so. Looks like that might be all these chests can handle for the time being. I may even need to make another chest. Well, let me get to that then. I'll start clearing these trees right here, because this is probably where I'll do the house. It's a high little lump of land here that I can kind of build off of to create the foundation of the little lake house. So, as you guys can see, finding a nice place to settle down for longer term is definitely important. And it looks like we have a great dwarf right over there. Well, I'm curious to see how this goes. But yes, finding a nice place to settle down is it's really nice. You can see here the beauty of this area, the combinations of the two forests where they meet, this beautiful little lake with some rocks in it, these nice cattails. It's just a beautiful little spot. So, and location-wise, it's much more practical. We can just go right into the Black Forest and get all the resources that we need. Looks like we got a lot more Black Forest right over there. And then it looks like we even have some rivers off there that might even sail right out into the ocean, which would be awesome. So again, location is everything, and that's why we are no longer going to be living in the tiny lake house over here. We are relocating to this place, which is going to be much bigger and accommodate for what we need. But I wouldn't have known that before I explored the entire island, so exploring your whole spawn island is really nice to find that key spot to know where to build. Alright. First Greydor fight. With the better shield. I know I survived it last time. Ooh, That's actually fine. That's actually fine. So I upgraded my wooden shield to level 3. And that's why we actually did block that and didn't take too much health. So we were able to block the rock. It's definitely staggering us a lot more, but it's not taking health down. We just have to time things perfectly. There we go. There we go. Let's go. That could not have gone more smooth. I definitely feel ready for the Black Forest after that. Or maybe I spoke too soon. Stick around for the end of the video to find out if I'm truly ready to enter the Black Forest. Perfect moment to say that, right? Well, because it is night, I am actually gonna chop down this tree right here, make another chest to deposit the rest of my stuff, and then I'm going to head back to the location of my first house to grab the upgrades for the workbench. So that'll be tonight's journey, because I don't think I want to spend the night this close to the Black Forest. In the event that I actually do get a scout... Oh, yep. This is what I thought. Okay. This is what I thought would happen if I spent the night here. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Oh, let's go. Let's go. All right. Oh, that did some damage. But my leather armor is holding up. Let's go. Let's go. Nice little combo there with the axe. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Beautiful. Already getting some nice little Great Orphies. Not sure what I'm going to use those for yet, but well, we're going to keep them because I think way later in the game I can actually use them for creating portals. So that's why we're saving them. Well, that actually wasn't as bad as I thought. As long as I have a diet of 3 foods. Right now we're eating some cooked pork, I guess, because it's, yeah, boar meat. I guess that's pork, right? But yeah, so some cooked boar meat, some raspberries, and some mushrooms is our diet right now, because that's what's easy to find. We do have some honey, but the honey gives a lot more health and stamina than the raspberries. So the honey I'm using for when I absolutely have to, because right now I have a very limited supply of it, whereas the raspberries are a lot easier to find. So that's kind of the reasoning behind that. I'm actually gonna go ahead and place another chest down right over here now that I have the wood to do so. And we can go ahead and deposit all the rest of my goodies here. And I did end up finding some fish, if you remember in episode 1. I actually don't think I explained it, but sometimes you can find fish that have like beached themselves on a rock in the middle of a river. So that's where I got lucky enough to find that, because otherwise it would be a lot later in the game where I'd find a fishing pole to actually be able to take that out. And we have company. I kind of want to take this guy out right here. Perfect, perfect. I don't really want to have a whole bunch of havoc with all the Grey Dwarves. Because these are a little bit bigger than the Greylings, so I should probably take this guy out and then run back. Because the night out here is definitely long. Alright. That'll be it for today. Let's run back and grab the workbench upgrades, and I'll meet you guys back at this beautiful spot. What a gorgeous night to walk up this giant empty hill and just look at the full moon up there. I love the Valheim graphics. They are quite beautiful. And as you can see, getting this shot right here, all I have to do is hit Control F3, and all my inventory and map and stamina bar and everything shows on the screen again. So it's really nice, especially if I'm kind of doing tours or I want to get a nice screenshot while I'm in game. Control F3 will give you that ability. Glorfindel!
Hey, what's up?
Just right in the middle of fighting a bunch of little greylings because it's the middle of night. And I am just rolling the recording, as always. But,
Right.
yeah. I guess big news to fill you in on. I am relocating my little tiny cabin. I found a really nice spot that's on a little tiny lake, somewhat near to the Black Forest, and I haven't entered the Black Forest yet. That's what I'm gonna do today. But in the
Well, my
meantime,
main goal is getting my place done.
yeah, yeah, that would
I'm
be nice.
close.
I walked by it. It looks really nice. It looks really nice. I like the little, like, upstairs elevated rooms that you got up there and the little chimney design.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice up there.
Oh wow, I didn't realize how much resin I have.
Got plenty for your torches now?
Well, I didn't since I started that new save earlier. I didn't realize how much resin I'd go through making fire arrows.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I'm trying to design a house where if I strategically place torches, I don't have to have as many.
Right, right. That makes
Like
sense.
any type of like active fire, like
Oh, the
it
lag you're
causes
getting a
lag.
little bit. Yeah, yeah.
And I
That
was
is
watching this
true.
video last night how to do base defense without like terrain manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
Which is especially useful on multiplayer servers. You can actually use stairs, and it trips out the AI. Like they won't attack it.
Yeah, as much like little bits of defense that still looks nice without terrain manipulation would be kind of nice. I think I like that for this world. And I may still do like some sort of a moat and a big wall around like some really cool plains outposts, but for most of my houses, I think I'm just going to keep them open to the regular terrain and have the extra challenge of fighting off raids and doing defenses that actually have to be repaired and challenging myself to keep them all in good shape because it just looks really, really pretty to kind of follow the natural landscape with houses and paths and things without like digging them and chiseling all the edges and kind of some of the stuff we were doing in the last server to make it like such a safe place.
Well, right, and it's kind of there was even like this little trick you can clip the spike wall, like with the core wood
Mm-hmm.
and whatever. You can like clip them into like the stairs, so like the AI won't see them, and they'll actually like run up and take damage.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, I was and you should actually watch the whole video.
Okay, okay.
I actually learned quite a bit. I was like, wow, that would be useful to keep the instances down. And
I'll check it out. I'll check it out because that'd be nice. I'll be heading to the Black Forest at some point pretty soon, probably, to get some bone fragments, maybe. Maybe some troll hide if I feel comfortable enough, but mostly some bone fragments to be able to
I think
upgrade
I'm
my
not
deer
even
hide
gonna.
armor.
I don't think I'm even gonna bother with making leather armor. I'm just gonna go straight to troll hide because it's.
Yep. That sounds good. I am more of a noob when it comes to fighting monsters, so I figured, you know what? I'm just gonna go through the extra step of having some leather armor because I was taking out so many deers. I mean, I have like almost 5 stacks of cooked deer meat right now, and that'll last me quite a long time. So I decided to kind of go on a deer rampage and get a whole bunch of them. So I had plenty of the deer hide to do level 1, but I don't think I'll upgrade it to level 2. I think I'll go straight to troll armor, depending on how well I feel in the Black Forest. I think I'm actually gonna go to the Black Forest. I'm feeling the need for a little bit of core wood to start this build.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Yep. Feeling the need.
I gotta cook up all that raw meat that I have though.
All right. The Black Forest. There it is. Officially got the whole grand entrance. Hugin, you have wandered into Black Forest. This place can be very dangerous for those unprepared for it. Prove your worth by slaying Eikthyr. You know what? I'm gonna venture into here before I slay Eikthyr. I'm gonna defy the laws of Valheim. I low-key am kind of nervous. Although here's a nice big copper deposit. Let's go. Just gotta get right over here to get some of this core wood. Oh, there's little meadows right there. Look at that. That's perfect. It's time to start getting some pine trees, which give the core wood. Core wood. Look at all those new building recipes. That is beautiful. Oh, oh gosh, there's the skeleton. Oh, there's a bunch of skeletons. Look at that! Yo! Oh, let's go! I just took out 3 skeletons. Oh, that was actually kind of just lucky. I don't think that should have happened that easily. Oh, I literally timed those hits just... Whew, could have died there. Definitely could have died. Sounds like we got some gray dwarves up there. Some little angry beans. Oh, we got a lot of them. Ooh, that's a 1-star. There we go, there we go. Oh, we're getting the hang of this Black Forest thing. We just took out 2 more gray dwarves and a 1-star gray dwarf. And there's another boar. May as well grab that too, and I'll have to start building now because I do need a covered workbench to be able to repair all my stuff pretty soon, and I'm definitely gonna want my stuff repaired if I'm settling down in the Black Forest. Not in the Black Forest, near the Black Forest. It's a little early game if I build something right in the middle of the Black Forest. Gotta have a little bit of open space around, a little bit of open space around my house so that I can take on fights when I have to. Oh, I gotta run. I'm out of here. I have a brute and a shaman. I don't know if I can take them out yet. Well, we're just gonna try. I'm gonna try to take them out as best as I can. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I have to run. I have to run out of here. I am out of here. Holy sheesh. I might die. I literally might die. Oh my god. Oh my god. No way, no way, no way, no way. Oh, and it's night and I'm cold. Oh, no, I'm totally dead. I literally have like 15 gray dwarfs and a brute and 2 shamans coming after me right now. They're running so fast. Oh god. Oh god. They heard that tree fall down, didn't they? I was cutting down trees near the Black Forest. Definitely should not do that at night. Oh gosh. Well, I take it I can probably make it up this hill, wait for them to come up here, and then start to melee them off one by one with my newfound skills. Gosh, they are persistent. Oh, we're doing it, we're doing it. We're actually doing it. Oh, no way. No way. Alright, alright. Well, I'm not going back to my house, but we did take on quite a few great ores right there, but hopefully the brute doesn't destroy my house if I'm not inside of it. I would hope that that would be the case. Although my workbench might be gone soon. All right, so after a bit of time and a few pine trees later, we are now in the entryway of my beautiful lakeside cabin. So this is what the entryway is like, and we come into here, and I'm going to have it turn 90 degrees and go this way for just a little bit with a little few more stilts kind of going over the water here, and that'll be the sweet little lakeside cabin. So it's kind of the mixture of core wood, which is this round wood here, and regular beech wood to build this lakeside cabin. And then I did do a little bit of leveling out with the hoe, just some of the ground that was right over here, and I'll continue leveling that out as I get to there. But I think to go over here, there will be a little bit more harsh terraforming that will need to be involved. So I will need to take out Eikther, or Eikther I think as it's better pronounced, to get the antler, the hard antler, to create my first pickaxe, to be able to do a bit more terraforming to bring the cabin that way. But in the meantime, that is going to wrap up today's episode. This will all get destroyed. This is just a temporary workbench and bed so that I could be sleeping through the night. We have the happy bees right out there, and that is definitely starting to look very nice. So, should you build this close to the Black Forest? Probably not if you're a super beginner player. You should definitely pick a base location near the Black Forest, but if I wanted to be a little safer, I'd build on that side of the lake instead of in the middle of the lake here. I don't really care. I don't mind, honestly. I like the challenge of having a few more mobs coming out of the Black Forest and such, but I just will have to be slightly more mindful because I am very close to the Black Forest. And you definitely want to be close, but if you're a very beginner player, then not quite as close as this. So with that said, I hope you all enjoyed, and there will definitely be more on this build. And episode 3, I will probably be taking out the Eikther boss or getting Trollhide armor. I'm not exactly sure which one I'm going to do first, so you'll just have to stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe, and also let me know in the comments below if you would like more on the building, because I could lengthen the videos a bit more to show more of the building process, but I figured I should try and keep most of the videos around the 30-minute mark or slightly below if I can. So let me know in the comments if you'd like more building, or if you'd like the length as it is, or if you'd like it to be even shorter. So hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, Viking fellows.